How Patience Jonathan rolled on the floor, begged Edwin Clark to make Wike Rivers governor. You see, they also begged people to make him Rivers State governor, and yet he's coming to brag and make mouth, as if nobody helped him to become the Rivers State governor, or is the only person that is making. I don't even understand all this making. When we are in a democratic nation and people are supposed to vote for who they want, but this country, they handpick governor for this country, they handpick president for this country, then they vote. Our vote does not count. It's only in some few places that votes are actually counting in the country. They just handpick. Jonathan rolled on the floor to beg Edwin Clark. Can you just imagine that? The chairman of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, God knows Igali, has revealed that former First Lady Patience Jonathan went to great lengths to secure support for Nyesom Wike's 2015 gubernatorial bid in Rivers State. I'm sure they are going to be regretting their actions now that, look at the man that I helped, I went to roll on the floor to beg somebody to make him the governor. He's now calling their bluff. He's now acting as if nobody helped him. Insulting Jonathan and his wife up and down. Imagine somebody that they help. Look at the way they are holding his hands, looking humble, as if he's not a bad person. Speaking during a program on AIT, Igali disclosed that Patience Jonathan even rolled on the floor to persuade her husband, former President Goodluck Jonathan, and elder statesman Edwin Clark to endorse Wike. I'm sure she's going to be regretting her actions by now. She's going to be really regretting it. Wike, who served as Rivers State Governor from 2015 to 2023, is now the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. Igali's revelation comes in response to Wike's recent media outburst, where he accused PANDEF leader of meeting with President Tinubu for personal gains. Defending the PANDEF delegation, Igali emphasized that it comprised senior traditional rulers, former governors, senators, and ministers, all of whom had the Niger Delta interest at heart. We used to organize retreats for new ministers where we taught them ethics, how to be decent and respectful, not to dance around, shout at people, or use inappropriate words on elders. We are still Africans, for goodness sake, Igali stated. Who you want teach? You can want teach how to be decent and respectful. That one, I beg you. He also recounted how respected Niger Delta elders, including retired military officers, felt disrespected by Wike's remark. Some traditional rulers called me and said, Ambassador Igali, did you take us to the villa to be insulted this way? Do you know that I retired from the army in 1975? Where was that minister? I had to apologize and clarify our intentions, he added. Igali reminded Wike that he once sought PANDEF support when he was running for governor. You came to PANDEF when you wanted to be a governor. You knelt before Chief Edwin Clark. Oh, finally, thank God. At least he knelt down before somebody. Because he's the only person that they are kneeling down for. The Diri of Bayelsa State came to kneel down in front of him to beg Wike to become the governor of Bayelsa State. So thank God that they are also exposing him to that. Oh, he kneels down to beg to become the governor of the state. You knelt before Chief Edwin Clark. I was in the other room in the house. Patience Jonathan rolled on the floor to beg President Jonathan to make you governor, Igali recounted. He revealed that several Niger Delta leaders, including Chief A.K. Hosford, the late Alabo Graham Douglas, and the traditional ruler of Eche, were initially opposed to Wike's candidacy, arguing that it was time for a riverine candidate. However, Patience Jonathan insisted on Wike, passionately pleading with stakeholders to back him. And now, look at the person you begged for. Look at the person you were rolling on the floor for. It doesn't even regard you. It's so rude to you. Now what? She begged, and she is alive. She rolled on the ground to beg Chief Clark and others on your behalf. Igali emphasized. Imagine, can you see? This revelation sheds light on the behind-the-scenes influence that shaped Wike's political rise, highlighting the former First Lady's pivotal role. It also deepened the ongoing rift between Wike and Niger Delta leaders, particularly those with PANDEF, with tensions mounting. Wike's relationship with the region's political allies may face further scrutiny, especially as 2027 political alignments take shape. You see, imagine Harmony Hightech says, when God wants to destroy Pharaoh, he hardened his heart to do the evil the more. Yes, so it is just God probably just hardening their hearts, both Wike and Tinubu. just so that they can perish at the end of the day. Celestine Diego says, so it was Edwin Clark that made Wike governor and not the people's vote. Hope they will wake up to the fact that their so-called elder statesmen are part and parcel of the criminality in the contraption called Nigeria. Now so, Abiodun Olawale says this is matter that will lead to the breaking Nigeria into parts. I have seen strong revolutions dating from the east. The game Mr. President and Almighty Wike has started may not end well. What makes Nigeria a country is from the east. Trading with our God-given resources will eventually lead to serious calamity. Freely God gives us the resources in abundance without subsidy in place. Abi? It is well. Ayen Igbara says, ungrateful Wike. Yes, so very ungrateful. And you are calling somebody ungrateful. It's the same thing that you did to somebody that they are doing to you. You did the same thing to Jonathan and his wife. So Fubara is doing the same thing that you did. Imagine. Abubakar Dusimma says, while he is now denying she or her husband didn't help him, that's why PCB bat because of Wike did to Piodili, Amechi, GEG and his wife. P-Bat to be different. Exactly. He's going to do. They are going to fight. You see all these things that they are getting there, they are achieving together. They are still going to have issues. It is Osho me baje. They are going to have issues. Kirian Asra says Wike would never know peace in his life for creating division in Rivers State. Yes, Wike doesn't deserve anything good because he is wicked, greedy, and selfish. Yes, he doesn't deserve anything good at all. At all. Gaka Venture says people should forget about all this story and think of a way forward. How to make peace in Rivers State. How are they going to make peace? What are they supposed to do? Big. A.Y. Davis says, since Wike left as a governor, nobody is talking good about him again. The man has been possessed with legions of demons, animal in human form. He is going to get himself destroyed by the grace of God. Nelson Ambeka says, so Ijo played a prominent role in Wike's emergence as governor. Then they should enjoy him now, Abi. Can you imagine begging? Edwin Clark was the one that made him the governor. Imagine. Ugo Innocent says, Wicked is a prodigal son, no respect for Pandev. Ohaneze, no respect for anybody. He doesn't respect anybody. Respect, okay. I beg, he doesn't respect anybody. Nkechi Edna says, so you are the one that brought this he-goat Wike to power. Now, so I'm sure they are regretting their action now. They are really, really regretting it. Great IJ says, Wike really creates more unforgivable enemies for himself and his supporters in Rivers State. It is well. God in Okafor says, but may mercy of God prevail. Yes, so we just pray that God prevails over the matter in Rivers State. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.